Okay, welcome back. In this video tutorial we are going to start using this Materialize. I will show you how to configure it, very easy, and we'll start writing with Materialize. Okay, the first thing first is to open my Visual Studio Code. Okay, or just go to your desktop. Okay, here you create a folder. Okay, let me call this folder new folder. Okay, let me call it Math. Okay, this is where I will download the Materialize framework. I will put it inside here. Now let me create another folder for my project. Okay, you can now write the name of your project, but let me call this project. Okay, so I have two folders, the project and where I will store Materialize. Okay, back to the website. Okay, I will go to get started. I think I have to close these tabs. I don't need them for now. I'm focusing on Materialize. I don't want any tabs here to distract me. So going on getting started. Okay, you can download the Materialize. You can download the pure source that contains CSS. Read this at your own time. Okay, you can use the CDN, but CDN will require internet connection. If you're a node package stuff, a node person, you can run your node package stuff to install Materialize by using this command. Okay, those who are doing BOA can do this. Okay, so these are the structure. You just have three folders in that Materialize, which is CSS folder where you see CSS file, font folder, JavaScript folder where you see this, and you now have your your web page where you start implementing this. Okay, so this is the basic tag of Materialize. Okay, this time around let me not do it this way because I know that most of my viewers are not node people. What about the same? So I'm going to follow a method that will suit everybody. Okay, this method, downloading it and configuring it. Okay, because this requires internet. Assuming you are a mobile app developer and you want to use Materialize and that your mobile app doesn't really need internet to work, it's not a good idea to go with this. Okay, but if you're a web developer, I highly recommend you going for this so that you focus on the main thing, whereby once there is update you will enjoy it in your project. Okay, let me quickly download this because this is the one we are using. If I hover, check at the link here. Okay, you see materialize.zip, so it's a zip file. I click on download. You see it has finished download. Okay, I right click. I am using Google Chrome. Click on show in folder. Okay, a whole lot of files here. I'm going to okay, no, don't worry, let me just search for it. Okay, this is it here. I open this zip file. Okay, I have opened it. I want to just extract it. That's what I'm trying to do. Okay, I close this. Okay, I go to my desktop. That's the zip file here. Let me close this. Okay, the zip file, I just want to extract it. Okay, let me just extract it inside this folder that I created. Okay, I have dragged it there. If I open this folder, you will see the Materialize. Okay, now in any project that I want to use Materialize, what I want to do is to open this Materialize, copy the CSS and the JS folder and drag it inside that project. Okay, this is the first step. Okay, This is doing move. Let me do undo, okay, so that I can copy it. Or I will do Ctrl Z. Ctrl Z. Okay, it's not working. Okay, no wahala. So in this project, I have dragged the Materialize there. If I need a reserve or a backup, I can open this project. Okay, if I want to back it up, I can just copy this and put it here, so that anytime I'm writing another project, I don't need to download Materialize again. Just copy this Materialize and put it in that new folder. Okay, now I have this, I think that's all. Every other thing goes in the Visual Studio Code. I open my Visual Studio Code. Okay, I go to File, Open Folder, go to my desktop. Okay, you see the project. I select this folder. Okay, it now loads the folder for me. Okay, inside this project folder, you see we only have two folders. Inside this folder CSS, we have the Materialize CSS, we have the minified own, or you call it a compressed CSS. If I click on this Materialize CSS, you see all the CSS code written for us to use. Each of these have their class, so Materialize is all about learning how to use this class. For example, as you can see, if I use this class Materialize red, it simply means I want to implement background color red, this kind of red, as you can see here. Minified is compressed. They try to remove all the spaces and all that. Minified is not all that readable to the eye, and we recommend using Minified because it loads faster than this normal Materialize. But in a situation wherever you want to manipulate some certain CSS, you can easily use this so that you can see the code and manipulate them. Okay, this is for the CSS folder. We just have two files. In JavaScript folder, that JS folder, we have two: JavaScript Materialize.js and the minified version of it. Okay, we go to JS. You see all the JavaScript codes, a whole lot of them, like about 12,374 lines of code. Okay, this is the minified version of it, the compressed code that has no space. Okay, being explored the folders in Materialize, the next thing we want to do now is to start creating our code. Okay, I'm just going to write a simple HTML file. I click inside this project. Okay, make sure you are not in any of this folder, just outside. Inside this project, I create a file. You see the file now is outside. Let me call it index.html. If I PHP person, can still write .php. The same thing goes for other stuff that you are using. Okay, so once I did this, I have to come back here and copy this. Okay, I just copy this, come back to my Visual Studio Code and paste it. Okay, let me show you. This is the get started, just exactly where I downloaded this file. See, after downloading, it shows me thanks for downloading. Let me still go back to this getting started. It shows download because I just refreshed the page. If I download now, it will not show me thanks for downloading, but I don't want to download. Just scroll down under this, you will see under HTML setup, just copy this that start with doc type. Okay, HTML and ends with HTML. Once you copy this code, okay, that's it. Paste it here. Congratulations, you have successfully installed Materialize. Okay, you see the one up front is using online stuff. So for us to use the icons, we have to make sure that we are connected to the internet. Okay, but for CSS and JavaScript, see, we are using the minified version. Okay, you don't need internet to use those ones. Okay, now our lines of code goes here. in between here. Okay, remember CSS is at the head, then JavaScript is just before the closing body tag. Okay, so I'm going to open this in a new Revealing Explorer so that I can open it in a browser. Double click. It's now showing in my Google Chrome. Okay, nothing yet because we just configured nothing yet. So the first thing I want to do now is to implement the navigation menu. Okay, navigation menu. I come back to this place. Okay, remember we can find navigation menu other components. Okay, I click on components. I don't know what's wrong. Let me just go back to this Materialize home page. Okay, under component, yes, you will see our nav bar. Okay, I click on it. We have a whole lot of nav bar. So what I really want to do is start testing out this nav bar, but actually look at the nav bar I want to use, the one of mobile stuff, so that I really love that one, and I will show you why I love it. In fact, that will be the first one I will implement, then I will now start tweaking it. Okay, this is the one I want. Okay, look at the reason why I want this. If I copy this nav bar, well, this is just exactly how you are going to be doing it. You copy it first. Okay, I copy it, come back to my code here, and I paste it here. Okay, I can equally do right click, format documents to organize this very well. Okay, you see this nav bar, you see where this starts and where this ends. Okay, I think this is for the one of for the mobile view. You see it, mobile demo. Okay, we have this as well. I think this is the one for the desktop. Okay, let's see. This one have logo. Okay, this one doesn't have logo. Let me test this so that I will know the one that comes out for. Okay, this one says side nav. Okay, this is for the desktop. This is for the mobile. Okay, let me test this code. Back to my browser. This is my index. Under my project, I refresh. You see, automatically I'm using Materialize. Okay, this is the one of desktop. So when I switch to mobile view, maybe let me say inspect. Okay, this is the mobile view now. Okay, you now change, maybe let me still use this. Okay, you see what I have in mobile view. I can drag like this. Oh, it's not dragging. I think something is wrong somewhere. Let me switch to this guy. Clicking on this supposed to. Okay, back to my Materialize. I think I'm missing something. I have to implement this in my JavaScript. Okay, it says after including the side nav trigger line into your nav bar, all you have to do now is to initialize the plugin. So I have to copy this. Okay, I'll copy it back to my code. Okay, after this Materialize, please make sure after this Materialize JS, I now write my script. I normally prefer using external JavaScript so that I can easily use this in other pages instead of writing it all over again. So let me go back to this JS, create a file inside it. Okay, let me call it custom.js. Okay, inside this custom.js, I have to just write the code there, then I will now implement it inside there. Okay, let me just copy this guy and paste it here, then I change this to custom. Okay, I write custom.js. Okay, make sure this goes under this. Make sure we already have Materialize before this. Okay, I now save. Back to my code, back to the what I'm doing. I refresh again. Okay, let me drag, click on this. It's not showing. Okay, go back to this, click on this. No. Okay, let me comment this out and just write this code here to make sure that I'm not making a mistake first. Okay, let me just copy this and paste it inside here. Oh, sorry, it says or with Jquery. Either I use this or I use this. Okay, let me just use this and remove this. Okay, back here, I paste it. Remember, I'm not using the external yet. I'm just trying to test it out here before I start using external. I refresh, click on this, drag. It's not working. So what actually is the problem? Let me move this at the top. Yeah. Refresh. It's not working. Okay. I think I must find a way around this. When your navbar is resized, you will see that the links on the right turn into a hamburger icon. Okay, take a look at the example below to get its functionality on the entire side nav trigger line to your nav. After including the side nav trigger line into your navbar, which I think we did here, you see it here. Okay, all you have to do now, initialize the plugin. This example below assumes you have not modified the classes in the above example. In the case that you have, just change the selector in the line below to match it. Okay, so it now says we are selecting the side nav and we do this. That is with Jquery, or we just do it with normal JavaScript. Okay, I don't think we have Jquery there, so let me do it with this. I'm not really sure, but let me check. I refresh, click. Okay, let me remove this. It's not working. Okay, let me fix this, guys. I will come back and tell you exactly what I did to fix it. Okay guys, I think I have found a solution. What I really do here is I search for Materialize mobile collapse button. Okay, I just go to Materialize, I copy. This is the example. I just copy this. Okay, paste it here and I just add Materialize so that Google will know I'm looking for Materialize mobile collapse button. Okay, once I search, I have this result and I got this. So I'm looking for a demo and I saw this example code. Okay, I just open it in a new tab. Let me close the ones I have before. Okay, I just saw a demo of what I'm looking for, you see, but this guy is using an image. When I click on inspect, okay, you see, look at what I'm looking for. If I drag like this, okay, I will see this, or if I click like this, I will see this is exactly what I'm looking for. Okay, once I see where it's working, I have to view the source code, view the page source. Okay, in this source code you see that exactly what we copied here. Okay, but this appears a little bit different, and you see what this guy is using side.nav, which is not actually in that documentation. Okay, you see, equally see that he's using Jquery. So in our own, I think I don't want to copy everything here. I think I want to copy this Jquery, but since we are downloading our file, this is using it, so I'll go and download this itself. Okay, I'll show you how I'll do it. Then I'll copy this as well. I'll just have to copy this and this. Okay. Remember, this guy is using CD, and that's why the Materialize CSS is at the top, but our own is at the bottom. No problem with that. Okay. So let me copy this here. I copy it. Okay. Back to my code. Or do I just edit this? Because I know that you guys might not really have what do I call it, the source code, or you might even search, you will not see that result. So let me not do copy and paste. So here I just notice the slight difference here. Okay, what happened is do I give a repo? Do I upload this on GitHub so that I will get the repo of it, or what? Okay, no, let me see how I can fit in this to the one. This one have ID, mobile demo, nav mobile. Let me see what I have here. Let me shift this. Okay, I think it's just the same thing. Okay, what I have to do here is just to use Jquery. Okay, first let me still use Jquery method. Okay, this is the Jquery method here. Still here, to avoid confusing you, let me go back to Materialize here. Copy the Jquery method. Okay, back to my code. Okay, to my HTML index. Remove this and replace it with Jquery. Okay, then I'll now download Jquery. Back to my browser, I'll say Jquery download, jquery.js. Okay, minified, download. Okay, download Jquery. I go to jquery.com to download Jquery. Okay, this is how I can clone Jquery. If I really want to clone it, some of us might not have Git installed on our system. So what I really want to do is to download this Jquery. Okay, download compressed development Jquery. Let me just which one do I read, man? There's a whole lot of things to download here. I don't want to make it too complex for my viewers. See the one I would like to download, the one for production. Okay, I click on it. You see it here. So this is jquery.mini.js. So what I have to do is to write Ctrl X to save. You see, since I want to save, first of all I have to copy this. I copy it so that I can easily put it in my code. That's why I'm copying it. I go to my desktop. Okay, go to my project, my JS. Okay, I save it there. Okay, I now have Jquery. Okay, back to my code. You see the Jquery I downloaded. Okay, let me just paste the name here, the name that I copied. That's just this name. Okay, so I have to duplicate this, and also make sure that you have Jquery on top. Okay, I copy this name, replace it with this one. Okay, Jquery before Materialize. Okay, let me remove this. Okay, now I have Jquery before Materialize. This now goes under them. Okay, move it under here. Okay, so that it will not be using this to work. Back to my code. You see, it's not working. Okay, perfectly okay. If I drag like this, you see it's working. I click like this, you see it's working. Okay, that's how I make sure you downloaded the production version, which is version 3 and above. Okay, so this is how we do it. Okay guys, I think I'm going to stop this video here. In our next video, we'll start manipulating this our navigation, and also we'll start testing out other navigation we have. Okay, before we finish our video tutorial, we'll make sure that we test out all the whole components we have in this Materialize. Thank you so much. See you in the next video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Bye bye.